Doctors are urging you to stay safe as you gather for the holidays. The tripledemic, flu, RSV, and COVID is still putting a strain on local hospitals. Here's KVUE's Ford Sanders.
Over 15%. It's the most recent flu positivity rate Travis County is seeing.
I'd say it's one of the worst outbreaks that we've seen, not necessarily the worst flu itself. And people are miserable with it, but it's not the worst.
Dr. Diana Fight, an emergency physician, says the introduction of COVID has decreased our natural immunities.
The problem is that everyone was masked for about 2 years, and so they didn't get kind of the gradual little immunities to some of the flus and viruses like RSV like they usually do.
She notes flu and RSV are nothing new, but now the marriage of the three all at once is causing a strain on hospitals.
They are so full that we now have people waiting in the waiting rooms for admission to the hospital, being examined in the waiting room because there's just nowhere else to examine them.
But there is progress being made.
RSV actually has declined pretty steadily since we saw a peak in mid-October, so that is good news.
Chris Van Dusen is the spokesperson for the Texas Department of State Health Services. He says although the three respiratory illnesses occurring at once isn't favorable, this isn't uncommon around this time of year.
We see every year, depending on the cold and flu season, we see hospitals being strained to some degree because of these kinds of illnesses. And I think this year is no different.
However, so far in Texas, 7 children have died from the flu. And right here in Travis County, it has taken the lives of 5 adults.
We recommend everybody who's at least 6 months old get a flu shot because that's your best protection about getting very seriously sick.
And with kids on break right now, Austin Public Health's medical director, Dr. Desmar Walk, says it's crucial the work is done before kids step back in the classroom.
We're hopeful that parents will test children prior to getting them back into school to make sure that they are not asymptomatic carriers of COVID in particular.
In Austin, I'm Ford Sanders.